Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm back here with another MLB Slate Breakdown. Real quickly to recap yesterday, the lineup cashed. It was very solid. I think I ended with a 168 or something like that. I had Chris Bryant and Mike Trout. That was extremely helpful. I also had Marco Estrada. So between those three guys there, that was 100 plus. So um, yeah, moving on today. Let's trying to cash again. I've cashed back-to-back nights, and we're trying to make it a third night. I was on a nice streak before, kind of got cut off by one bad night, and then we're back streaking again. So hopefully we can keep this going. If you want my lineups, DM me on Twitter, and I'll just message you with the prices and information like that. Anyways, let's get right into the slate breakdown. At the top, we got, in my opinion, the best pitching option on the slate, and probably the safest pitching option if DraftKings wants to load. There it is. Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke is going up against a pretty bad offense. He's at home. Um, I really like Zach Greinke. $12,000. He's the safest play by far on the slate. So I really like Zach Greinke. Next is Michael Pineda. He's my second favorite pitching option tonight. He's at home in New York, which is not great because New York's a hitter's ballpark, and Pineda does struggle with giving up home runs. But I feel like the Yankees are going to win this game. I think he's going to get the win. I think he gets more than the 5 strikeouts he had against Kansas City last time. Um, yeah, Greinke's by far the safest play, and Pineda's not that far behind. Um, Michael Fulmer, not a huge fan of. Houston's a tough matchup, so I'm not going to look towards there. Garrett Cole is my third favorite pitching option. He's going up against an Atlanta offense without Freddie Freeman, and Garrett Cole struggles against lefties, and the only lefties in this lineup that are going to scare him are going to be Nick Markakis, Ender Inciarte, or Matt Adams. And for those reasons, I really like Garrett Cole today. I think Garrett Cole is going to have a really big game. John Lackey is right up there with him. He's one of those four guys up there. Not Jake Odorizzi. I'm talking about John Lackey. Like I said, Giants, one of the worst offenses against right-handed pitching. If you guys got my lineups yesterday, you saw that I played Wainwright against them. If you can play Wainwright against San Francisco, you can definitely play John Lackey against San Francisco. I love John Lackey in this spot. Some middle price guys you could look towards are Jake Odorizzi. I think he's going to get you 20 plus tonight, but nothing more than like 25. He's going to be very consistent. I really like Michael Fultonovich. I know I've hyped him up before, but I really think against Pittsburgh he has a great matchup here to get a lot of strikeouts. I like Michael Fultonovich a lot. JC Ramirez is worth a look if you want in like tournament plays. Um, the Rays do hit right-handed pitching very well, but they do strike out a lot. So if JC Ramirez can kind of avoid the big mistakes and I think he can rack up a lot of strikeouts. Eichhoff is worth a look in tournaments. Not a lot of people are going to be playing him because of that matchup with Colorado. They're going to get scared away, but Colorado's not the best offense on the road, and Eichhoff only struggles against left-handed hitters, so like Cargo and Charlie Blackmon, and that's pretty much it. So besides those guys, I think Eichhoff could be worth a look in tournaments. Uh, Jeff Hoffman had a really good game against the Dodgers last time out, and he could be worth a tournament throw-in, but that's about it for pitchers. So Greinke, Pineda, Cole, Lackey, Odorizzi, Fultonovich, Ramirez, Eichhoff are the guys here. If you want safety, definitely pay up for the top two pitchers. You get away with some of these middle guys here and try to pay up for some other bats, but the safest options are going to be Zach Greinke and Michael Pineda. Moving on to catchers, we got Gary Sanchez at the top, who absolutely slugs. He destroys left-handed pitching. I like Gary Sanchez. You guys know I don't like to pay up for catcher a lot, but tonight I might. I really like Gary Sanchez. Not playing Buster Posey. Wellington Castillo is someone I love. I think Castillo hits one out today. Kyle Gibson is one of the worst pitchers in baseball this season, and Castillo hits righties well. I think Castillo can hit one out today. I like Wilson Contreras. I love Alex Avila. Salvi Perez has had good numbers against Pineda, but I might be playing a lot of Pineda, so I don't know if I'm playing Salvi Perez. Devin Mazzaraco is very cheap if you want to look towards him. He's heating up too. And that's going to be about it. If Tony Wolters plays, you can look towards Tony Wolters. I think he's going to get you 6 plus tonight. But besides that, that's about it for catchers. Moving on to first baseman. I don't really like Paul Goldschmidt with the matchup against Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez is not great, but he's not the worst. And he's he's kind of Scott Feldman to me, like as in I don't want to I don't want to play him because he doesn't have the upside, but I don't want to stack against him because he doesn't really get like he doesn't just really give up a ton of runs in his outings. He usually gives up like 5 or 4, and so for those reasons, I don't know if I'll be playing a lot of Diamondbacks tonight. Um, my favorite first baseman is Joey Votto against Josh Tomlin. Josh Tomlin might be the most hittable pitcher in baseball besides like Jared Weaver and Chris Young. Um, he throws like 88 mile hour fastballs. He just kind of throws them just kind of right on the plate, and so you can make easy contact with him. And I think in Cincinnati's ballpark, I think Votto can hit one out today. I don't like Rizzo. I love Chris Davis. I think he's going to go very under-owned, and I think he's going to hit a home run today. I like Miguel Cabrera. Let's see. Josh Bell could be worth a look. Josh Bell could be worth a look. Matt Holliday could be worth a look against the lefty Jason Vargas. Joe Mauer could be worth a look. Same with Kenny Vargas. They're both could hit one out against Ubaldo Jimenez, who's very hittable. And that's gonna be about it for the first baseman here. Moving on to the second baseman. At the top, we got Jose Altuve against Michael Fulmer. I'm not really interested in him. I'm more interested in Brian Dozier. I think Brian Dozier could hit a home run against Ubaldo Jimenez. Starlin Castro's interesting as well against the lefty Jason Vargas. Jason Kipnis has been on fire lately, but I'm not really excited about the idea of playing him against Scott Feldman. Moving on, DJ LeMahieu in a limited sample size has hit Jared Eichhoff very well, so keep that in mind if you want to play him. Let's see, guys down here. Yalmer Sanchez has seen his price go up, but he's still not worth it for me. I'm trying to see if there's any guys down here. John Lackey does struggle with lefties, so if Joe Panic can elevate one, he could hit one out. And I think that's the cheapest second baseman that I would actually consider playing. I don't really like any of the other guys down there below. These guys in the middle, they're all worth a look, but my favorite is Brian Dozier probably tonight. Moving on to third baseman, we got Jake Lamb at the top. I already said it. I'm not a huge fan of targeting hitters against Miguel Gonzalez. My favorite third baseman play is actually Chris Bryant against the lefty Ty Blach. Chris Bryant had a monster game yesterday. I played him. He was huge for us, and I think he can have another really good game again today. If Machado plays, I love Machado. Miguel Sano I really like. I love Eugenio Suarez. I think he's going to go very under-owned. Let's see. Michael Moustakas has had excellent numbers against Pineda in his career, so he's worth a look. Moving on down here. Yeah, I don't know if I like any of the other guys down here that are cheap. Yeah, not really liking any of the other guys down here. All right, moving on to shortstop. At the top is Lindor. Then we got Carlos Correa. My favorite shortstop's probably Zach Cozart if he plays against Josh Tomlin. I just love targeting hitters against Josh Tomlin. Let's see. I also like Didi Gregorius. He's going to go very under-owned. Alexi Amarista has seen his price go up after 2 huge games. I played him in both, so that was really clutch. J.J. Hardy has had great numbers against Kyle Gibson. J.J. Hardy has had great numbers against Kyle Gibson. I think he's, 5 for 9 with a home run and 4 RBIs. So, yeah, moving on. Let's see. For shortstops, yeah, there's really no one else down there that I really like. So we're going to head on to the outfield. At the top, we got Mike Trout. Mike Trout also had a monster game yesterday. Yeah, he was huge for us too. I probably won't be playing him against Odorizzi. I don't really like Charlie Blackmon in this matchup either. I know I said earlier that Eichhoff struggles with lefties, but I don't know. I think he's a little too expensive today. Aaron Judge is expensive, but I think he could hit a home run today. Corey Dickerson is very expensive now. His price is finally starting to go up. He's had 2+ hits in 5 straight games, and he's hit 5 home runs. He is on fire lately, and I really like Corey Dickerson. See, I love Billy Hamilton. I think he gets on base and at least steals a base or 2. I love Mark Trumbo. I love Adam Duvall. Let's see. I like Adam Jones. I love Max Kepler. I think he's going to go very underowned, and I think he can hit a home run. I love Max Kepler. I like Brandon Belt if you decide not to play John Lackey. Aaron Hicks has seen his price go up, but if he plays, he could be worth a look. Let's see. Colby Rasmus is kind of boom or bust in my opinion. I think he's gonna hit a home run or not really do much. So if you think tonight's the day he gets a home run, then you could play him. I like Scott Schebler a lot of power. Like I said, Josh Tomlin very hittable. Let's see. If Kevin Kiermaier hits in the top of the order, he's worth a look. If Robbie Grossman plays, he's worth a look just because of the matchup. Yeah, there are a lot of pitchers you can target with bats today. Seth Smith I like. Let's see. Trey Mancini I like. Cole Calhoun is very cheap at this point, so you could look towards him. Lurie Garcia had a huge... No. Was it Lurie Garcia? No, it might have been someone else on the White Sox. Someone had like 6 RBIs the other day. That was crazy. Let's see. I know Brandon Moss had a big game yesterday, but I'm not looking towards it. I'm not really excited about targeting hitters against Pineda tonight. Yeah, here's the thing about that. I'm not really... I feel like tonight's kind of one of those slates where you got to just target hitters against bad pitchers and not take a lot of risks with hitters. Let's see. Moving on down here. Tyler Collins, not really interested. Moving on. If Gregor Blanco hits in the top of the order, he could be worth a cheap look because he's very cheap. And that's about it for... yeah, that's about it. I don't really see any of these other guys down here making that big of an impact. So now I'm going to go through each game, talk about players that I think will hit a home run. In this Minnesota-Baltimore game, you could really just target anyone. I feel like Ubaldo gives up a lot of home runs, and Kyle Gibson is just an awful pitcher. I'm going to go Chris Davis to hit a home run today. I know I've said it like back-to-back days. I feel like he hits one today. New York, Kansas City, I'm going to like... I think Aaron Judge hits one today. It's kind of the obvious one, but I think Aaron Judge hits one today. The next game is Colorado at Philly. I'm going to say that I think if a person's going to hit a home run, it's going to be Michael Saunders. Oh, whoa. That's pitchers, yeah. Hold on. Michael Saunders. I think if anyone hits a home run in that game, it's going to be Michael Saunders against Jeff Hoffman. Let's see. LA at Tampa. Corey Dickerson. I think Corey Dickerson is the guy there. Cleveland, Cincinnati, it's going to be Joey Votto. Or Scott Schebler. I think Joey Votto hits a home run today. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. I'm not going to be doing any Atlanta bats to hit home run, but probably a Pittsburgh one. Actually, yeah, I have the perfect guy in mind for this. If Gregory Polanco is playing... Nope, he's out. Never mind. I don't know. I really don't like any of the bats in that game. But if I had to pick one, I guess I would choose Matt Adams. But I'm not a huge fan of any of the guys in that game. Let's see. San Francisco at Chicago, I'm going Chris Bryant. Detroit at Houston, I'm going to go Miguel Cabrera. And then the White Sox at Arizona, I'm going to go Jake Lamb. Alright guys, that's about it. If you like the video, please leave a like on it. And any suggestions or feedback, leave in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys later.